weird. This is absolutely weird, but I'm here for it. And it's helped me out a great bunch, the glasses, but honestly, I'm loving this. It's probably not even going to be my first posted reaction with the glasses on as well, but it is my first recorded episode for anything with the glasses on, and honestly, like I said, it's just really, really been superb. Anyways, enough about me with my glasses. You can all speculate that in the comments all you want. I've actually had a few comments on the community post, and some really, really amazing comments. Well, they've all been amazing, but you get the idea, don't you? Like I said, let's digress from that, and let's focus on what is important. Episode 9 of Daredevil Season 3 with Revelations. Hello everyone, Liam Catterson here. And yeah, last episode, well, the last scene especially, was quite revealing. Well, it might have been not so much revealing for a lot of people who might have had an idea about Maggie anyways, but it was certainly revealing from that, and it was still a really, really powerful scene, especially seeing Matt's reaction, because for people like me, and for people who might, like I said, who might have known about Maggie being the mother to Matt, you know, it's still something you want to see, Matt's reaction, and Charlie is just an amazing actor anyways, and it was just a really, really wonderful scene to see. But I'm wondering if there's going to be any more things going to get revealed between characters, because not everyone knows. Like, for example, like Karen killed Wesley, and like I said, that's got to be some big importance than, you know, her just, you know, divulging to Foggy and that being brought up again. So maybe that's going to come around or something like that. But yeah, I'm all for it. I want to make a pun, because I've also started, you know, doing puns for for the intros and for the titles, but I can't think of anything. So let's see. Nah, that was bad. But, you know, that's the big change, I guess. But let's see what this episode has on offer. This is Daredevil Season 3. The extended reaction is on Patreon. So yeah, with Revelations, let's go.
I knew that I was alone in this world.
You were never alone.
Yes, I was!
Like he wasn't
And
there.
you let me believe it.
So he had to... had no other choice but to think he was alone, to know he was...
Why?
I feel so bad for Matt.
Maggie say?
It doesn't...
I'm asking you.
Maggie's a good person, Matthew. Flawed.
He doesn't need this.
Like us.
Now we're not going anywhere anymore. Drew, just a minute.
That looks like Arya, Game of Thrones.
You get that?
Get that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, everything just starts, doesn't it? Yeah. How the romance blossoms. So the people that were with her when she first met you. Oh man. She had that. Oh no, he's still. I thought, you know, once he died. Oh. I don't know. It kind of looked very, very.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know what
this is bleak as well.
Shame on you.
Shame. I mean, you've got to think through all the shit Matt's been through with the loss of his father, with everything. It's like, I don't know, he's been stabbed in the back.
What do we do next?
First, we call you an ambulance.
Oh! Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Ray, put down the gun, please!
Oh no, come on.
Question, please. Do you understand your situation?
Oh, shove tea down your throat.
Ray.
It's a
You
British
got
thing.
this?
Oh my god. You're a traitor.
Yeah, boss. I understand.
I'm not your boss anymore.
Fisk is, isn't he?
Wilson Fisk is.
Fuck you! Oh, Maggie. Oi, oi, oi. I mean, it's not like she kept this because she wanted to be it. There we go, Creel. Yeah, she's. It's not like she's a bad person. But you just. He's got a lot of hallucination problems this season. Poor Matt. I think you know. No, it's that piece that hit him on the head after Midland Circle. That's what's causing it. And you also need to see a doctor too, Ray.
It's had nearly 100,000 views in its first 24 hours. Half the cops in New York have reposted it to their personal accounts.
Has Blake Tower responded?
Complete radio silence.
Is it trending on
Probably because
YouTube?
you've
Probably
successfully
not,
branded him
because
as the
Foggy's
protest
awesome and
candidate,
YouTube
anything
doesn't
he
like
says will
awesome
only
stuff.
make it worse. Foggy, if you play this right,
I could actually win.
and as the new DA, you make it your top priority to nail Wilson.
I'm just worried now that he said that he might have just been too complacent. But he did
I don't have
really,
much
really
time.
stellar speech.
Fisk is doing.
Not like you. I don't throw fights. And I don't let everyone else suffer
my
because of some
God.
bullshit code. Not anymore. When I get the Fisk,
He's different from his parent. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. His first kill.
I just realized that I was too much of a coward. The
I
Lord
like
has
that.
a way
She's not being selfish. She's admitted to her
sending the
mistakes.
devil of hell's kitchen to me now, showing me what became of my sin.
It's like a nice
The Lord
look
gave
what
me
you've
another
done.
chance to make things right, and I failed yet again.
I mean, at least she's taking
Matthew knows who and what
mistakes,
I am.
I guess.
Church has been helping people hide for 2,000 years. Hide here.
But
Give me a day to make a few calls, and
surely
you'll have shelter halfway
there's
around the
gotta be a
world by the end of
limit.
the week. Please, let me do something for you,
do some good for once.
for Matthew.
So interesting. Karen and Maggie are on similar terms. Wouldn't say the same, of course, because Karen hasn't got a son. Plot twist.
I want to say thank you. I wouldn't be here without your help. Especially you, Ray.
Oh my god.
Someday
Oh
I'll
my
pay you back
god.
for everything you did.
He's giving that way of, you know, wanting the person that who's obviously not happy with him a reason to punch him in the face.
He'd have red line called alone.
of course.
A friendly offer.
That application. If anyone looks too carefully at it,
You're going to jail.
not just me.
Very friendly.
Mom and Dad signed it too.
Oh, no, 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 no. We don't need this.
We only refer to him by his code name.
Kingpin.
What
Kingpin.
code name?
Kingpin.
Kingpin.
Ah, we
Another
finally
round,
got
gentlemen.
there. The white suit.
And we're going to hit them fast and hard.
Awesome.
Kingpin wants this one to make a point. They made it look like a hit and run. I got a divorce. Maybe that keeps him a little safer. But there's still Allie, so think about
lose her.
Sima and Sammy. And do what Fisk tells you.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at that smug face. slap the shit out of him. No, that will end up getting you killed, but that's the thing. I mean, he can't do anything.
You were born from nothing. You remain nothing.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's powerful. How far is willing to go?
I don't know how you keep that suit white with all the bullshit you pack into it. I know what this is. We all know what this is. You want us to confess to something that buys you another month in that hotel suite you conned yourself into. No.
He's gonna die.
You can count me out.
That's his death one. Oh! Oh! Anyone else want to drop? It's disappointing, Fisk. He's trying to play this own game. Oh, he not happy. He was expecting Matt. Uh-oh. Nice hiding. They never look up. That's the problem with everyone. They never look up. They never think to look at the ceiling. That's what I'm going to start to do if there's something suspicious going on. I'm looking at the ceiling first. At least, you know, Ray gave him a nice subtle message. He's out the hotel. Do what you have to do. A red button that opens the door or something like that, because if so, Matt's gonna have a doozy fighting out.
Karen page located at the Clinton Church. Keep all NYPD units clear of that location until otherwise.
This is what I was worried about. Oh, it's safe for 2,000 years.
He wants her killed.
So I've just had a look at the next episode's title, and it's called Karen. With that comment about, oh, you know, Fisk's going to deal with Karen and all of that, and, you know, the next episode of the title, of the next episode, should I say, I'm not comforted. There's only, now, I've said this in one of my Hero Academia reactions when it, you know, was called All Might, that I have this fear whenever, you know, there is an episode with a title of a character involved, that it's not going to look good. So if we're going to see flashbacks of Karen's life or whatever through the next episode, then I'll be getting ready to say goodbye to Karen or whatever. It's just, I don't know. I mean, you know, Marvel, Netflix are not that predictable, I guess, compared to some other platforms out there. They do a really, really amazing job at, you know, pulling the nice shock factor, especially with Tammy, I think it was, yeah, the boss of Nadim, where, you know, they basically pulled that, you know, nice. Well, I wouldn't say it's a heel turn, because she had no other choice, really. I mean, I think she implied that Fisk killed one of her daughters anyways, and, you know, she really doesn't have any choice unless she wants to get rid of the second one, so, yeah. Which makes me kind of regret me saying, oh, you know, screw you and all of that. But then again, you weren't to know how this could have been, oh, you know, Tammy, has, you know, just decided to fall in love with what Fisk's doing and whatnot. Like I said, when she had that talk with the elevator, it's like she's trapped there. There's no way out for her. You feel a bit so bad, like, especially when they covered it up to be a hit and run job, when it was something more. And yeah, like I said, I feel a bit bad, but at the end of the day, I mean, unless you were to know, you know, before going into this episode why, you know, Tammy aligned herself with Fisk before the reveal as well, which would be a lot of complications. Like, oh, yeah, I'm not even going to go into that equation. I'm not thinking straight today. So yeah, but like, unless you basically knew about spoilers, I guess, in layman's terms, you weren't to know why Tammy decided to align herself with Fisk in the first place. So, but I mean, like I said though, I still feel a bit bad, but yeah. But it was a nice little surprise, especially since, you know, we were, you know, looking good, especially with Ray's, you know, how he had this hope that, like that idea that Fisk was going to be brought down finally. And in this episode, we saw that Fisk basically had the ball back in his court with, you know, a meeting with the crime bosses. I think, there was that, woman from Luke Cage, who was another one of the crime bosses that, Luke, dealt with. You know what? It would have been so interesting if... Actually, Luke should have been there, to be fair. Like, Luke should have been there, considering what happened at the end of season 2. And then that would just break our hearts even further with Daredevil being cancelled. Luke Cage was cancelled. It's like, why are you doing this to me? Yeah, that would have been a really, really... now that I think about it, that would have been really, really great. Like, Luke should surely... Like, now I'm just picturing this idea of Luke and Fisk meeting. Like, you can't shoot Luke because we know he's bulletproof. So, how do you be... Like people like Poindexter, people like Fisk, they're going to be shook if they were to find out what was going to go down with Cage. It's going to be like, oh boy, how do we do this? Like, unless, you know, they have the special kind of bullets, of course, the Judas bullets, which I don't think they do have, then they would just be like shitting it. So now I'm thinking of an interesting prospect of Luke and Fisk, and now I'm digressing from the episode. I don't know, it's just a really, really nice thought. But, as I was saying, yeah, in this episode we saw Fisk back in power, literally. Like, everything seemed to look like it was crumbling as we were nearing the end of Daredevil season 3, and just like that, Fisk basically has the ball back in his court, with Karen now fearing for her life, and now she has even more worries, because even though Maggie said, you know what, this church has been great for like 2,000 years, it's fine. It's not fine with that last comment, so at least you tried, Maggie. Yeah, she's got a lot of reasons to be worried after, you know, basically, I love my analogy. I said she was prodding the bear, she was annoying the bear and getting the bear riled up. And then, you know, well, literally, he's been let out of his cage. Like, the bear has been released from the zoo, and now he's coming for you. So, and literally, this is literally the case. You annoy an animal so much to the point where, you know, it wants to maul you, and it gets released from the zoo. You want to hide. You want to run up the tree or something like that. And that's literally the case. Like, Karen has prodded so many, you know, she's pushed so many wrong buttons. And now she could be paying them now that the intention is to get rid of Karen. And now that, you know, Fisk knows where she's hiding. Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking good. And not just that though, but Fisk has had an influence in Foggy's family, as we got that little discussion with Theo and Foggy about how he had to basically retract what he said because of a little bit of complications with Red Lion Bank as well. So that's great. And yeah, Matt is not feeling in the best of positions anyways, considering, you know, I mean, it's completely unrelated, but he's still determined to kill Fisk, but he's still not in the best place emotionally, considering the fact that, you know, he found out about Maggie. And he's understandably pissed off about it, but you could, I guess, you know, taking into account of Maggie's religious values and all of that, you could see why you like, it doesn't mean, oh, you know what, let her off the hook, that's fine, whatever. It's just that she's committed to her religious values when she, you know, thought that she made a sin, and she basically had to repent. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I want to know though, actually, how old was, you know, Maggie in when she first met Jack, because I thought she was 13, to be fair. And it kind of clicked when, you know, her and Jack were like, oh, this is how it started. Like, okay, she must be a bit older, but I don't know. Just thinking back at it, it is weird, but yeah. And if any case, you might have wanted to recast the actor who played Jack to be a bit younger, because I was thinking, okay, there's something. Yeah, I was thinking that she was 13 at first, and then yeah, that's going to be a bit dodgy. So, yeah. But as I was saying, with Maggie, and this is the thing though, at least Maggie's not, you know, putting her religious, you know, like she's not saying, you know what, I still stand by what I did and all of that. She admits to her sins as well. So at the end of the day, and she was even distraught when, you know, she found out Matt left again. So it's not like she's a stuck-up piece of shit who, you know, we all hate now. We kind of do feel a bit of sympathy for it. I mean, not all of us would do it because all of our religious preferences are, of course, going to be a bit different. And with Maggie, she's so attached to what she believes in that she feels like she's desecrated God's will and all of that. So yeah. But like I said, at least she's not a stuck-up bitch about it. Like she admitted to her own mistakes with Karen, who I thought, you know, her running away from her problems and all of that, it kind of similar to, because that's the thing with you know, the whole situation of her leaving Jack as well, Maggie's situation, it kind of did remind, like, I kind of saw the parallels. It was similar with Karen running away from, you know, potential catastrophes to herself, similar to Maggie, because, you know, we all know what happened with Jack ultimately, and you know, the more Maggie got to know about Jack, the more it became straining, I guess, especially with, you know, her betraying her religious values as well into the mix. But you go back to, you know, how Jack died and how he was supposed to, you know, throw away the match, but he ended up winning. You know, that's dangerous enough. So I kind of see some similarities, but maybe I'm stretching things a bit too much considering, you know, how I love Seeds, that parallel. But yeah, I mean, it was a really, really great episode. I loved the hallucination between Jack and Matt about how he's basically saying, well, the hallucinations, because he then warped into Wilson, which I thought that scene where we saw what Matt would be willing to do to Wilson was absolutely incredible, because, you know, you got to see. Because, you know, saying you're going to kill Wilson is one thing, but, you know, taking out the action is a completely different thing. What you say is different from what you want to do. And, you know, we got to see the venom, the demon inside, the devil, should I say, inside Matt when, you know, we saw that scene play out. So it was just really, really well done. But, yeah, like I said, I love the scenes with hallucinogenic, Jack with Matt as well, saying, you know, we're not so different, you and I, really. So, in layman's terms, but it was it was still a really, really, you know, really great to see, you know, Matt return to the gym, wasn't it? As well as, you know, that scene where, you know, Matt was feeling lost because he felt like betrayal from all sides, from Latham, with his mother, with his father. He's felt betrayed, and, you know, he just doesn't know what to believe. Like, despite what, you know, they believe it was best to keep this from Matt. Like, it was just heartbreaking to see Matt in that. Because this is what I was saying. On top of Fisk, and, you know, the more power he's getting, like, at the time, he knew that, you know, Ray was in a bit of a kerfuffle. But, you know, when things were looking, even if things are looking down for Fisk, he can't take his eye off the ball, and he doesn't need this on top of everything that's going on. So, yeah, it's just really, really difficult for Matt, and you just feel a bit for him. But yeah, yeah. Otherwise, it was just really, really great to see, you know, Bullseye back into his, I guess his, like, this is the most stable we've seen from Bullseye, I believe. But this is the thing, like, he's got no reason to worry, especially with Fisk and how on top of the ladder he is again. Now he's been reinstated through manipulative means. I'm losing my voice. But that's the thing. He is in a comforting zone, whereas in previous episodes we saw hindrances to Bullseye's life, like where he still hasn't found out about Julie yet. So that's going to be great when that comes around. But you know, there was a lot of things, like we saw, like I made a comment in the last episode where we heard the tapes get louder and louder and louder and all of that, and he was in hot danger and all of that. But now things are comforted after Fisk's, you know, got a tighter hold on the FBI, on Tammy especially. Like, yeah, you lost one daughter because of me. How do you like to lose another? Basically, it's literally that. It shows how menacing, you know, Fisk is. Like how selfish, how cruel he is. Man, I just wish Fisk was incorporated into the Spider-Man movies, because that would be so superb to see. The best Spider-Man, in my opinion, against a really, really well-written character, a well-written villain like Fisk. Like, I would absolutely love to see that, but it's probably never going to happen, because even though it's in the same universe, it's too complicated for Marvel and Co., isn't it, to incorporate? I mean, then again, I say that the Russos did consider putting the Defenders in Avengers, but it didn't turn out at the end of the day, and then there'll be some, you know, well, it would be a bit more complicated anyways, because Sony still has hold on Spider-Man, which I don't think they do with Kingpin, which I love. That I think, like I said, that was the first time we actually got that reference to Kingpin. But yeah, I would just love to see Spider-Man and Fisk just duke it out. Spider-Man 3, because we know Mysterio is going to be in Spider-Man 2. So yeah, but like I said, it was a really, really great episode. Fisk back on top of the world, basically. So that's really, really great. It was really, really great to see, you know, Matt digesting what he's been told regarding his mother, and how, you know, damaging that was, and how, you know, he felt that betrayal. It was just really, really great to see, and I can't wait to see what happens now. And well, it's gonna be worrying. Like I said, the title of the next episode. Oh boy. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Pizza channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!